EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go here on Monday night. A safe kick taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Brings up 2nd and 9. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. First down, L.A.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Quick throw, taken in. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and
he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 17 touchdowns now on the year. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. Nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. They face second down and 7. That's caught by Walker. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Third and short, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That is caught. What a throw. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Herbert. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter.
7-7.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go, and it's Harris. Najee Harris. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown Chargers. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking
about. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion over Flowers. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Henry. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raven 1st down. Gonna go right back to Henry. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Pistol formation with Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. And the pistol, Jackson ready. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a game. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Henry. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And you can see it pretty clearly, Mike. He just kind of comes across the ball there. That one started right, and it just never came back.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Trying left side. Here's Harris. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On play action now. Herbert in trouble, and down he goes. Now the Ravens use their first timeout.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. This is taken at his own 30. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd down, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That is left side and caught by Flowers.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Again, it's Jackson. This one complete downfield to Walker. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Jackson up top again. This one downfield looking for Henry. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Herbert to the air again. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Herbert now on first down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Mike Williams. Touchdown, L.A.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here comes Hill on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
In motion comes Walker. Jackson now on second down. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
In motion comes Walker. On first and 10, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
This one, downfield, looking for Henry. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now a give up the middle and a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. A give, and here comes Harris. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. play action. Now Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 12. Here's a give left side to Harris. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
The ball carried by number 28. Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
I don't think the back was the primary target on this play, but just a great job by the quarterback understanding it's 4th down. I've got to get this ball out of my hand and give our offense a chance at converting, and it's exactly what he's able to do.
And he will score. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A pass pulled in by Henry. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Andrews is able to pick up that 1st down, and it's just so nice to see him back on the field. He had that brutal leg injury a year ago. He had over 500 yards in just 10 games, so the production is still there. He's always going to be one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets, and I can tell you what, they're excited to have him back in the lineup.
On play action, here's Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Open man is Bateman. He's got him. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Baltimore. In motion comes Andrews. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. Here's a 2nd and 6. At the Chargers' 9-yard line. to the air one more time with Jackson. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
So these two teams take the long...
with the score.
Here's 3rd and 2. Jackson now. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the play. He's down inside the 1. Again, it'll be Henry. A second effort, and he is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit. So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a run on 1st down. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll work forward 4 yards, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Right back to him on 1st down. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. On the ground, this is Harris. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And now it's 4th down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A first down throw for Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Again, it's Jackson. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Jackson up top again. This one complete to Bateman. And the Ravens are going to be looking at a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Now, Jackson. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Deion Henley. He's to midfield. Still going. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown Chargers. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target. It's second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. So the penalty sets up this offense for first and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he's in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Jackson and the offense trying to get two more here.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee.
The running back running out of the Wildcat. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally as big, though. We're going to try to make it a one-score game with a 2-point conversion. That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week